With a 2-run lead, 2 outs in the 6th inning of what was basically a must-win game for South Carolina, Mark Kingston had an important decision to make. Do you stick with Garrett Gainey, who's been pitching up to that point pretty well all night, or do you go to your bullpen? For Kingston, it was pretty simple. He said after the game, Garrett's our best pitcher. Plain and simple. Garrett's our best pitcher. And unfortunately for Kingston and the Gamecocks, that decision quickly backfired, as with 2 runners on, 2 outs, Gainey served up a go-ahead 3-run homer to Tennessee that would ultimately prove to be the difference in this game, as the Vols picked up an 8-3 win over South Carolina here on Friday night in Knoxville, and it was a demoralizing loss for the Gamecocks. They were winning for the most of the night. They were up 3-0 heading into that 6th inning, and Gainey's pitch count was rising, and he got up to 93 pitches before he gave up that homer, but that last pitch of the night proved to be the difference. He pitched very well for the most part tonight. He gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, struck out 5 and didn't walk a batter. But, you know, those final few pitches there that he threw were the difference. And his night looked a lot worse than it really could have been. Now, Kingston obviously stuck with Gainey. And whether that was the right decision or not, I personally don't think so. He could have gone with someone else in that situation, since Gainey really hasn't thrown that many pitches all year. He threw, I think, 81 last weekend against Georgia, but, you know, the signs were there that he was struggling. I mean, after giving up 2 straight hits, why not pull him? Why keep him in that situation? Especially with a righty up at bat, I believe. You could have easily brought in Chris Veach in the game, but we'll get to that in a second. That's a whole nother discussion. Obviously, the decision did not work out. Tennessee takes the lead. South Carolina's offense really did nothing most of the night. They got 3 runs in the 2nd inning off 2 errors and had some hits, but other than that, it was just a real struggle. I think after the 5th inning, they didn't get another hit the rest of the way. And then going into the 7th inning, Jake McCoy's in the game after Gainey, and he gets 2 runners on with an out. And instead of going with Chris Veach again in this situation, Mark Kingston and Matt Williams decide to go with Parker Marlott. And think about it. It's a 1-run game. Tennessee's best hitter, Christian Moore, is up at bat. This would make sense, right? To bring in an experienced veteran arm in a situation that you don't want to give up any more runs. If you keep this at a 1-run game, who's to say your offense can't go out there and get a few more runs to win the game? But instead, they go with Parker Marlott, and once more, the decision backfires. Marlott walks Moore and then serves up a grand slam to Blake Burke, and that would be the icing on the cake for Tennessee in a really solid comeback effort. And after the game, asked Kingston about it, what went into the decision to use Marlott instead of Veach. He simply just said that he wanted to save Veach for the final 3 to 6 outs of that game. Because, look, I get it. It's tough getting outs, and you need to get 27 to win a game. But in that situation, you have to just do what you got to do to keep it a 1-run game. And, you know, ultimately, this game really does come down to the decisions that Kingston made. And, you know, at the same time, the offense really didn't do much outside of that 1 inning. But this is a loss that could have been prevented had maybe some other decisions had been made. But, you know, instead, you're coming away with a series loss, and you've lost 5 straight now. Nothing's really gone right for this team, and you're moving on to tomorrow. So, all right, obviously, I'm outside the ballpark now. I had leaf blowers blowing right towards the end of my video, so decided to get up and out of there and get to my truck to re-record the outro, just because that's what y'all deserve. Y'all deserve to, you know, have the best from me, and hopefully, you know, are enjoying these videos. But anyway, South Carolina will go and try to salvage the series finale tomorrow afternoon against Tennessee. First pitch is at 1 p.m. on SEC Network Plus. South Carolina has not yet named a starting pitcher for tomorrow. I would have to imagine it's Eli Jones. I'm not sure what else they're going to do. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Kingston did say after the game that Jones is available. He even thought about potentially using him tonight, but obviously didn't. So we'll have to see what happens there. But, yeah, so first pitch, like I said, is at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And, yeah, hopefully South Carolina can get out of here with a victory at the least. So for GamecockCentral.com, I'm Jack Veltri.